Hi guys, what's up? Layla here. Today we are back for another Inktober video, of course, because we are still in October. Today's day 29, and the word for the day is injured. So I've got my red colored pencil, fine liner, gel pen, and my Ohuhu colors. Ohuhu being the sponsor of this video. We are starting with CG7, CG5, CG2, CG00, BG5, PB7, BG4, GY6, Y3, R5, and R7. All right, so I'm going to start with my sketch. So with the word injured for today, I got kind of stuck on the idea of a werewolf, which definitely works out since I'm sticking with Halloween creatures. And I haven't practiced a lot of wolf anatomy, mostly because I like animals. I'm just weirdly not a huge fan of drawing them. That's just my own personal preference. It's not like I don't ever like to draw them. Clearly I do, otherwise I wouldn't be doing this. And it's also cool to see like how far I can push myself to do other things like this, because this is pretty much definitely out of my comfort zone. Right, so I think I've got my sketch down. I don't think there's anything I'd really want to add to it, because it's mostly gonna be simplistic, I think, in colors. Because again, as with my other pieces that I've done this past week, I'm trying to stay more focused with portraits. And this is kind of a portrait, but he's gonna have a wound on his hand that effectively incorporates the word injured. All right, I think that's good. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and start inking with my eyes, which is one of my favorite parts to do. I'm sure you guys have seen well over 29 times already, including this one. Definitely feel like my sketch came out really good. At least I hope it did. And I'm purposely trying to sort of add hair in certain areas where naturally a regular wolf wouldn't have hair. Like for instance, the chin. Wolves don't naturally have chin hair like that. But I figured it'd be kind of a cool way to show that this isn't like a wolf, at least not completely, but actually a werewolf. I feel like I talk about my hands every single time I do these drawings for Inktober. It's like I either hate them or I love them, and this is definitely one I can say that I really like. I think like the way the fingers are positioned, how they're pretty much tense, hopefully shows like a feeling of stress or hurt. You know, when people go like, ah. So that's what I was trying to go for, and I feel like I got that down. My only issue with this piece so far is that I think his arm up here should have come down more at like this angle, because now it just looks like he's got a short forearm, which isn't what I was trying to do. But overall though, I think it's pretty cool. I would say I'm done with lining it, and now I'm going to erase it and start coloring. Oh, you know what? I could actually sort of manipulate this to look better. There we go. Now, I know it doesn't technically look better because I've got this black line right here, but it looks a little better. All right, I'm gonna break from tradition, and instead of coloring in the background black at the end, I'm just gonna go ahead and do it now. The only thing about this correction that kind of sucks is the muscle that I put into his arm is kind of like taken away. So, I mean, you can still kind of see it in his shoulder area. So background is pretty much done, and I think that fix up came out really well. Okay, so I'm gonna start with my darkest gray, just the normal way that I do with hair in general. I'm just gonna try and keep feathering until it sort of mimics the pattern of fur. And then I'm gonna go to my lighter gray color, and I'm gonna just color around the outer edges just to start showing a transition of the fur becoming lighter and lighter as it reaches his mouth. Or is it muzzle? I think it's muzzle? No, I'm just gonna say mouth just in case. And then I just repeat the process again with my lighter gray. And then this might be unnecessary, but I have an even lighter gray, which is the CG00. And I'm gonna go ahead and use it just to finish off that transition and to just get more texture in there too. Because this lightest gray doesn't completely show up, but it does leave behind a bit of texture when you use it. And then I'm gonna color the tips of his fingers, almost like a gradient, just going from the dark gray to the lighter gray. Ohuhu. Looks super cool. Definitely what I was looking for as far as, I don't know, like that mottled, oops, messed up. Ah, well, I'll just pull it off by blending it out. There we go, not bad. But yeah, definitely what I was looking for, that mottled kind of grayish skin look. Then finally his injury. Actually, I was just gonna go ahead and wing it, but no, I'm not gonna wing it. Originally I was just gonna do a cut and just have like blood seeping from it. But he's a werewolf, and I really wanted to do like a bite mark. So something like that. So that's gonna be my guide, and I'm using this cherry red just to go right on over top of this guide that I did. And just have it show that it's bleeding, and then my darkest red to really give it some shading in some areas. Because basically blood is translucent, so the more there is of it in one place, the more opaque it gets, and the more it's spread out, the lighter it gets, the more translucent it gets. There we go. Almost done, just filling in certain areas like the ear. That looks really cool. Oh, and his nose. I'm gonna make these teeth just slightly yellow, and his nails. And that's that. This came out really cool. Like, I'm just really proud of where I went with this piece. I'm happy with how this werewolf turned out. I definitely think what I made for the word is on point. And so I'm just really loving it. So I hope you guys are too. So if you enjoyed this video, maybe comment, like, and subscribe. And I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks, guys. Bye.